Who remembers the Cold War? I do. A Cold War is a war where you're not actually flying jets and planes and bombs, but you're definitely engaged in conflict. And that's what we're facing now. We're in a Cold War with China, but we don't even know it. Hi, I'm Dr. Amy Chai, and today I was at the Conservative Women's Luncheon, and I had the opportunity to meet Gordon Chang, the author of this amazing book, Plan Red, China's Project to Destroy America. I learned a few things. I learned a little bit about how China is buying up farmland near military installations, how it flew a balloon over America taking photographs of nuclear weapons sites, how we discovered bioweapons labs in places like California and Las Vegas that were being run by Chinese people. And they found mice that were genetically engineered to carry deadly diseases. And in fact, they also found Ebola. These things are not good, especially when we have politicians who don't realize or care what's going on because they're getting money from China. 10% for the big guy. We've seen it. We've seen the relationship that Swalwell had with Chinese spies. But what I didn't realize until I heard Gordon speak was actually the scope of what's going on. The plans are there. And they've been fighting the proxy wars using North Korea, using Russia, using Iran, and we're basically putting out fires in the periphery while China doesn't even have to lift a finger. You know why? Because China is the expert in Cold Wars, and they've been the expert in Cold Wars for centuries. In fact, there was an ancient Chinese warrior, and his name was Sun Tzu. Let me just read a little bit of a quote from his book, The Art of War. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill, but to subdue the enemy without even fighting is the acme of skill. And President Xi believes that he possesses the acme of skill. It was scary to learn some of the things that were going on. I'm not going to lie. We could be wiped out in another epidemic, much like COVID-19. Only it could be released from inside the United States. We could be victimized by terrorist attacks. We've already had hundreds of thousands of people die due to fentanyl. So what can we do? What's the problem? What's the solution? The first thing we have to do is we have to remember that we are all Americans. Do not fall prey to people that want to divide and conquer, which is another one of those ancient secrets that works every time. We are not hyphenated Americans. We are not Asian Americans, Black Americans, Hispanic Americans, Muslim Americans. We are Americans. All of us are in this together. This is our country. And there is one party that loves to divide and loves to use identity politics. And identity politics may just be our undoing if we're not careful. And don't get me wrong, I love the Chinese people in particular. I married one. I have many friends and family in China and Taiwan. The people in China are amazing people, and I love them. They're so loyal and generous, and the food is the best in the world, in my opinion, especially in Sichuan. It's the government that's the problem. And a warrior at the head of the Chinese government wants to divide us, conquer us, create chaos, and destroy us from within. The second thing we need to know is that we have to vote for patriots who are America first, not people who will give up their nationality for a few dollars. People that love America. Those are the people we need to put in office because we need to have America first. And thirdly, we have to have the political will to open our eyes to see what's going on. We need to protect our borders. We need to remove people who are a danger to the United States. And we must stop the self-hating propaganda and the disruptive rioting, mostly peaceful, of course, that's going on in the United States. This is a communist takeover. And if you don't like it, you better hang together or we're all going to hang separately. You better work together. You got to have pride in America and you have to vote America first because together we can do this. We've got this. Okay? So vote America first 2026. Have a great day.